Listen, nobody's going to change my mind on this, but I am 1000% certain. I've seen enough videos on Facebook, okay? I'm 1000% certain these are freaking lizard people right here. Super happy about this situation, about this guy defending his house. Lizard, lizard. When we take a look over here, this judge right here, complete lizard, complete freaking reptile. Listen, guys.
That's how we phrase
this situation is, I promise you, completely decided to just further the downfall of this country. That's what I think. It is pretty clear at this point. Because if you look at countries like Asia, like the Middle East, they don't deal with this stuff. These guys here, let's see if I could find, look at all these ants, these little cockroaches.
Testimony.
Look at these little freaking cockroaches. They kept going to this dude's place constantly. Something he's got, like maybe he's got some sport bike or custom car or something. They kept going to his shit. And he told the police, and the police literally said, oh, just beef up security. So he had to send them a message. They keep coming to rob him, dude. And yeah, he defended his property. One of them died. This angel right here. I promise you right now, I promise you with my full heart, this motherfucker is burning right now in hell. I promise you that, and it makes me so happy that he is. Anyway, yeah, all these guys, back to my point, all these bugs, if this were any other country in the Middle East, all of these guys would be rounded up and publicly taken care of, and it would never happen again. Now, you can buy anything you want. You could leave it out in the street where they have all the security cameras, fingerprint, anything. No one's stealing it because they're going to get publicly, you know what, or they're going to get their hands chopped off. But no, we have to tolerate these people, and it just keeps happening and happening. I got to tell you guys a story because I don't even live in America, right? And we'll get into this. I have to rant about this. Where I live, right? The country I live in, the people here, because it's a third world country, they want to go to America. A lot of the people that I know here have been to America. They lived there. They left in the 70s because there was a lot of bad things going on in this country in the 70s and went to America. What did they do? They were in gangs. They stole, they killed, and they got deported back to this country. Do you know what they do here in this country? They're contributing members of society. They're even better than the average person. They're so well behaved here. They're literal teachers here. They never break any of the laws. You know why that is? I mean, sure, they smoke and stuff, which I think is illegal here. I don't know. But do you know why they're not just driving into the town, into the city, and just robbing people and shooting up clubs? Do you know why? Because they don't tolerate it here. If they even think that you were involved in something like that, you get thrown in a horrible prison. Not just a regular prison, but just a complete built in the 50s slum prison, and they just leave you there forever and don't give a shit after that. They know this, so they behave. America has this issue where they just let you do whatever you want and then you might get a slap on the wrist. We'll put you in jail for 3 years, but you get out after 1 year with good behavior so you can commit more crimes. Again, because of people like this woman and these reptiles here. Anyway, let's get into it.
New at 5, a White Lake homeowner has been charged with manslaughter in a shooting back in July that raised some questions.
The prosecutor says Dayton Napton shot a 17-year-old who was trying to steal items from his garage. Let's get out to Erica Erickson. She's live tonight with the latest details in this case. Erica, the prosecutor says Napton crossed a line here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different sides we're hearing. We're hearing from the prosecutor's office, that man's defense attorney, and the family of that teen who was shot and killed, and they're upset.
Oh, his family is upset. Dude, and that's the problem. It's always their family members, their parents, who defend their actions. Like, yeah, sure, he tried to kill you. Sure, he tried to take your belongings. But that doesn't mean you get to defend yourself.
Sense. It doesn't make sense, and it hurts a lot.
4 months after 17-year-old Savon Wilson of Pontiac shot and killed in White Lake Township. His family says the charges have them confused.
I think the way they went about it, it could have been done better.
24-year-old Dayton Napton charged with manslaughter, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, and 2 counts of felony firearm for the death of Wilson and shooting another teen in the leg. Wilson's family says they want Napton charged with murder.
It doesn't make sense that it wasn't done out of malice, and for them to...
If it was done out of malice, which of course it is, who cares? Who cares? If I had these honorable members of society constantly breaking into my garage, I'm going to have malice when I'm trying to defend my place. Who cares if it was malice or not?
Charge him with manslaughter when everything in the report is suggesting that it was malicious intent.
Back in July, prosecutors say Wilson, along with 6 others, broke into Napton's detached garage. Napton coming out with a 9mm. Prosecutors say firing 2 shots through a windowless, locked garage door. Then, as the group ran away, prosecutors say Napton shot at them 5 more times, ran back inside, reloaded his gun, and came back outside.
Devon was running away and got shot. I never heard anything about him getting shot in the garage.
But prosecutors...
Could you think of that? He was running away, so that's automatically safe. He's running away, you can't do nothing. I ain't hear he was in the garage getting shot. If he was just facing the other direction and 2 feet forward in the building, it changes everything.
Prosecutors say Wilson hit and killed from a bullet fired through the locked door.
We had a really close connection. So it hurts a lot. I would have never expected this to happen to him. He has so many dreams and aspirations.
You never expected this to happen to him? What do you think he's doing with his friends on the weekend? You think they're going and studying at the library? You knew this was going to happen. This happens to the majority of young black teens, YNs. They just go and commit crimes and eventually get killed or arrested. They don't have any aspirations or dreams. Their only aspirations and dreams are to work on the street selling drugs. So the prosecutor's statement, the rights to own firearms and protect one's family and home are fundamental. Those important rights also come with profound responsibility. We believe the evidence demonstrates this defendant crossed the line by firing outside. It's ridiculous. What would have happened is when he was shooting in the garage and the guys heard gunfire and the window breaking and they just went right under the garage door and ran off, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to come back again and do it again. But this time, maybe they'll come at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Maybe they'll actually send one person to go towards the house and look through the window. Maybe he has a bedroom window, see if he's sleeping. It's not going to stop, dude. And he told the police this, and they just said beef up security. What does that mean, beef up security? He already has cameras. The only security you can have is someone defending it with a firearm.
Back out here live, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office says the rights to own firearms and protect one's family and home are fundamental. Those important rights also come with profound responsibility. We believe the evidence demonstrates this defendant crossed the line by firing outside his home at fleeing persons. Now, meanwhile, I just got off the phone with Napton's defense attorney. He says Napton was startled, and this case is one of, quote, stone self-defense, and he believes Napton should have never been charged. We have many more details at clickondetroit.com. Reporting live, Erica Erickson, Local 4.
Erica, thank you.
All right, let's listen to what the judge has to say about this.
It looks like at least twice prior. Obviously, this is a very difficult case because...
What? Hang on. Who's
But
worried
that
about...
does not mean that bond, that fear to control them.
Whoops. I heard super terrorists. All right, here we go.
Obviously, this is a very difficult case because you do have some empathy and sympathy for the defendant, understanding that his property had been broken into. The testimony looks like at least twice prior to this incident.
Oh, it had been broken into twice before this incident. So this is the third time, dude. And you're still giving these people a break.
Understanding, and there could have certainly been some real fear on that evening, but the court also notes that the law does not allow you to use deadly force to protect your property. In this particular case, it was a detached garage. The defendant in this case put himself in the situation.
He didn't put himself in the situation. That's his garage. Who cares if it's not connected to the house? Who cares what the law says about that?
The self-defense argument becomes more difficult when the video shows and the evidence shows that he shot into the garage blindly twice before any of the people.
He can shoot into the garage blindly. One, it's his garage. Two, why would he go and poke his head? He knows who it is. Why would he go poke his head and look? They could just blow his head off if he needs to go check. Oh, wait, is it the people robbing me? Oh, it is. Oh, hey, guys, hang on. Let me shoot you now. No, he would already be dead. He knows who it is. He's going to shoot there to get them out.
The burglars or the people inside exited. The video, the evidence, that being the video, clearly shows that he was shooting at the people who were inside in the garage, the people who were attempting to burgle.
This is 100% a lizard. This is a reptile. Look at, dude, oh my gosh. If you made it this far in the video, trust me, this is. Look at how she's moving.
People who were inside in the garage, the people who were attempting to burgle the garage, he was shooting at them as they were running away. So that, in and of itself, is certainly probable cause to show that he did intend great bodily harm.
Oh my gosh, I have to see that again.
Garage, the people who were, that being the video, clearly shows that he was shooting at the people inside exited. The video, the evidence, that being the video, clearly shows that he was shooting at the people who were inside in the garage.
Right there, watch.
In the garage, the people who were inside in the garage, the people.
Reptile, dude. Freaking lizards. Anyway, I mean, the Bible literally teaches this shit, but yeah, should I even play anything else? Is that about everything? Like, yeah, there was. All right, I already went over the stupid family members, what they said. It was just ridiculous.
New at 5.
Should we get into this? Let's watch this one.
A homeowner in White Lake is accused of shooting and killing a burglar in his garage. Now that homeowner is charged with manslaughter. Others are facing charges as well. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek explains.
Yeah, the others are facing charges. This was 5 months ago, back when it was happening, or, well, it didn't happen 5 months ago. It happened almost a year ago. But when it was in the news more and when the charges came. But I guarantee the other boys who were breaking into the garage, whatever charges they get will be absolutely nothing. It'll be a slap on the wrist.
24-year-old Dayton Napton charged with manslaughter, assault, and 2 other felonies from a case that stems all the way back to July, where police say this was the scene on Mandan where allegedly a bunch of teenagers broke into a detached garage right here. That's when apparently Napton saw the teens on a security camera, and police say fired.
Oh, let's see if he has anything in there. Oh, here we go. You see it right here? You see it right here. Looks like a motorcycle. Yeah, I said it, dude. It's going to be some type of like motorcycle they want.
police say fired a 9mm semi-automatic weapon through the garage twice. The teens started to flee. Then Napton is accused of firing 5 more shots, hitting 2 of the teenagers, one of them later dying.
Good. I hope he suffered, dude. I hope it wasn't just an instant. I hope it was suffering.
This case did happen back in July. These charges coming down today. And now Napton's attorney says that this is totally unprecedented and he was defending his property.
Somewhat alarmed and dismayed with the arraignment because I have been in contact with the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office for months. We've been checking on the status of these charges. My client, Mr. Napton, has been working diligently at his job. He appears with no prior criminal record whatsoever. This alleged crime occurred at his home while he was defending himself.
Yeah, and so you would think that would all be enough, right? But no, because they're trying to replace us. These lizards are trying to sow division. And right now, the pushed agenda is let's push minorities and let's screw over all Caucasians. So it doesn't matter if this guy was a good member of society. That's actually for his detriment right now.
In the middle of the night. The true assailants in this case, that being the people that broke in to commit a larceny and committed a felony with intent, are not here. They were difficult to find during the investigation. They ran away. They dropped the deceased at a hospital without treating him, without doing anything. So we fully believe.
Oh, so the people involved are running away and hiding, and they took their friend who was dying and just dropped him off at the hospital and ran off. Sounds about right.
Believe that Dayton is innocent of all charges.
Napton's bond was set at $200,000, no 10%. We do know
What?
that 5 of the people that were all.
Wow. Really? $200,000 bond. Wow. And no 10%. I guess that means you just have to pay 10%. I don't know. But wow, that's so funny because there's a lot of people out there legit killing, like legit murdering people, and they get like a very little bond. But this guy, oh yeah, they don't want to get him out. They don't want him out.
Also allegedly breaking into that detached garage were charged as well. We'll keep you updated with the very latest. For now, reporting in White Lake, Scott.
Yeah, but they're just going to get charged with what? Like attempted theft, and it's going to be nothing.
Walcheck, Fox 2 News.
Man, that's wild. America 100% doomed. I gave up on that country a long time ago. Oh, it just makes you so mad. Anyway, comment down below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one.